Welcome back, everybody. We continue from last session. Today, we are going to talk about shadow self. In psychology, it's part of our repressed conscious, our personality traits, desires, and emotions. Understanding our shadow self and removing them will lead to self-awareness and growth. What is the impact of shadow self or ego on our anima and animus? Shadow and anima and animus, in general, we can talk about it this way. Shadow has our rejected or suppressed emotion, which can impact on anima and animus. For example, a man who suppresses his emotion may see a woman in a negative way because he has suppressed his anima. Ego and impact of ego. When it is in danger, ignores anima and animus, which can lead to emotional imbalances or conflict. In summary, in general, we can say shadow is repressed emotion. Then we project this onto the relationship, such as if we reject compassion and love, we will have lack of empathy. On the other hand, ego, insisting on certain self-image and resisting anima and animus. So the person is not able to embrace others' emotion as well as being emotionally off balance. In total, accepting our shadow and being easy on ego can bring anima animus into balance and inner peace. Well, there is a part of us which is eternal self. Let's see, what is this eternal self? Eternal self refers to the timeless, unchangeable essence of us. It is the core of our being. It is beyond ego and personality. It is our true self beyond time, space, and matter. Often associated with soul, higher consciousness, and universal consciousness. Let's see, does eternal self associate with eternal unconsciousness and how it works? Eternal self is straight related to eternal consciousness. Eternal unconsciousness refers to the deep layer of unconscious mind that is beyond our awareness, which it associates with collective consciousness, a shared or stored memories of archetypes and connection of all beings. Eternal self relates to eternal unconsciousness and consciousness as well. Eternal self goes beyond duality and acts as unchanging essence that holds these two together. Understanding eternal self helps combining unconscious elements into awareness and moving toward wholeness. Let's see, what is the archetypes, the relationship between conscious and unconscious and collective consciousness. Archetypes guide us how to translate and react to self-experiences. It helps us during the daily life. Archetype help us to react to experiences. For example, hero is courage during the challenges. In the conscious mind, archetypes shapes our identity and choices, and we consciously applying them in our life. In unconscious, archetypes project from beneath of our awareness and influencing our emotions, instincts, and behaviors. In collective unconscious, it connects us to share human experiences love, pain, or transformation. It comes from collective unconscious. It helps us to understand others and ourselves and how to connect with them. Let's review the importance of archetypes. Let's say self-awareness. It helps us with self-awareness to understand and recognize behavior, pattern, and emotion for growth. It helps us to understand personal development. For relationship, it helps us to understand others. For creativity, it has been used universally in storytelling, arts, and problem solving. It can lead us to self-discovery and connect with universal pattern. One more time, we go through all the interconnectedness between spirits, souls, minds, ego, and psyche. It starts with a spirit. A spirit is the purest essence of a person, connected to divine or universal consciousness. It is timeless, spaceless, and it is influencing soul with inspiration, purpose, and meaning. Soul is the bridge between spirit and material world. Soul is responsible for personal identities, emotions, and desires. Soul forms each one of us, and meanwhile reflecting eternal essence of a spirit. Mind is responsible for analyzing and thought process, also for understanding, reasoning, and memories. It is connected with souls that desire and spiritual practices for processing information. An ego is the center of self-awareness and individuality. Ego is essential for daily life, but it can take over and become over-dominant. So it can block souls and spirit's guidance. It can focus on materialism and self-centeredness. And our psyche includes conscious mind, ego, unconscious instinct, and archetypes. It combines emotions, thoughts, and memories, and creating a bridge between inner and outer reality. To go through it better, a spirit provides higher path and understanding. In connection with soul, a spirit gives higher sense of meaning. Soul, by communicating with psyche, influences our emotion and instinct and inner understanding. Mind, analyzing all this and simplifying them for our thoughts, plans, and decisions. And ego makes sure what self wants and make it ready for action, but change the soul's guidance to its need. Psyche harmonizes all these aspects and facilitate and align all of them together between them and material and spiritual realm. Balance of all these aspects allows the person to live genuinely with purpose, with awareness, and connection between inner and outer world. I know this would be a short audio, but we have to finish it in here. And thank you for being with me. Talk to you in the next session.